Hi everyone, my name is Martha. I am a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist, and I am from Singapore. I am Singaporean, Chinese, from Singapore, and I'm very happy to be coming to Australia once again, this time to Taste of Love in March. I have been wanting to present at Taste of Love for some years now, and I am so glad, so honored that my application was approved. And so I'm coming this year to Taste of Love. So a little bit more about myself. So I have been in practice for coming to 11 years, and what I do is I work with individuals and couples who come to me for all kinds of sexual relationship challenges, issues, questions, needs. And a lot of the people who work with me with regards to sexuality, because that's what I specialize in, has to do around the lack of sex education, and because of the lack of sex education, it led to sexual ignorance and sexual inhibitions. Sexual inhibitions is very much linked to their sex attitude. Through providing information, knowledge, education, techniques, a lot of my clients are able to overcome a lot of the challenges that they have. So my perspective is a little bit different from all the other presenters because I am an actual practitioner working with people very much with their attitudes, with their mind. So also coming from Asia, have had worked with a lot of people with a lot of suffering around their sexuality. And contrary to what a lot of people think, even though I have a lot of academic credentials, I have a doctorate in human sexuality, master's in counseling, 2 other degrees. I have certificates in counseling, coaching, sex therapy. I also have training in Tantra and also in Reiki. I have all this training. I would say that I went the academic route because it was really important and is still very important for my population, the people that I work with in Singapore. Because if you don't have a degree around this area, then people are going to be much more skeptical to come and see you. However, I think because of my academic credentials, people have this misconception that I'm not spiritual and I'm all in my head and I'm not in my heart. I think we get so caught up in the dichotomy of black and white, right and wrong, masculine and feminine, that we don't really understand, like, people who can straddle all of it, or both, or of the many, many different facets of personalities and the academic and the spiritual, like all of it is beautiful. And so this is a different perspective that I'll be bringing at Taste of Love, who of course is very much tantric based. And even though I am also into spirituality, the way I teach is very grounded and practical, down to earth. I try to make it simple and easy for people to understand, because I do work with a lot of people who come from different backgrounds, and so I have to make things very, very simple for people to get it very quickly. So the workshops that I'm going to be bringing to Taste of Love, there will be 4. I'm looking at the dates. Okay, the first one is the art of deep listening. As a trained counselor myself, I have wished many, many times that my clients would only learn how to listen properly to each other, not just listen, but listen deeply. And so I created this workshop called The Art of Deep Listening, and there are a few so-called ground rules to this practice of deep listening, and this is going to happen in Art of Deep Listening. I have piloted it in Singapore, and I have done this workshop in Philippines, and also in Australia. And people who have attended these workshops have said that it has changed their lives. So it's a very, very simple workshop, but so profound, and I love it. I love teaching simple yet profound workshops, because it's really through the practice that you get it into your body, but also life doesn't need to be so complicated. It really doesn't need to be. And once you have kind of broke your pattern of listening with more awareness, change can happen. So that's the first workshop I'm bringing, called Art of Deep Listening. And then I'm looking at the next date on a Sunday. I'm doing this workshop called Soul Gazing Meditation. It's a very, usually I run it longer, but this time it's going to be a 1 hour workshop. And with soul gazing, it is very much, of course, using the eyes. However, through the eyes, attempting to look deeper into the soul. And it's not as difficult as people think it is. It's really about letting go of your thoughts, coming into your body, relaxing your body consciously, your jaw, your shoulders, coming deep, deep, deep into your body, into your, you can call heart space, womb space, and really being grounded and dropping in the curious question of, who is this person in front of me? It's a very simple practice, and it helps people to be more in touch with their intuition and who they are. When you come back to who you are, you will not be scared anymore because you are safe. In fact, we are always safe. It's just that we needed to know this and learn this again and again and again. The next workshop that I'll be running is the Snuggle Party. So I used to run the Snuggle Party in Singapore, but I don't do this anymore because each time I put it out there, I get sexually harassed. And also, there is a certified cuddle party facilitator in Singapore. So I don't do cuddle parties in Singapore. However, I have done snuggle parties so many times in Sydney, in and Melbourne, and now bringing it to Brisbane or Gold Coast. With the snuggle party, it's really not about sex per se. It's really about consent-based touch. And it is so important that we don't take rejection personally, and we learn to become comfortable with checking into our body and also hearing yes and no. When we give touch, we often think that we are giving, the person must like it, and we get offended when they don't. And I'm giving you something, you should like it, you must like it. And it's very important that we start to differentiate that what we have to offer may not be what somebody likes. And so it's all about authentic consent. And through the practice of conscious touch and enthusiastic consent, it becomes much easier. So it is a practice that we need to do again and again and again, and then it becomes a part of who we are. So that is the third workshop that I'll be bringing to Taste of Love. And the fourth workshop is my Lingam massage workshop. So this is my first workshop that I brought to Singapore, and I am actually also a trained sexological body worker. I just don't do hands-on work in Singapore. So I have been teaching Lingam massage for the last 11, coming to 11 years in Singapore. And the workshops that I do in Singapore, there's no touch, no nudity, just on practicing on sex toys or sexual aids like a dildo. So that's how I teach it in Singapore. But outside of Singapore, I do run a nude workshop. I feel that people there are just less caught up with the fixation of nudity and more on the learning. And with that attitude of permissiveness, consent, creating the right environments, such as a festival like Taste of Love, I'm very happy to be bringing this workshop to you guys. So like I mentioned, I have been teaching this for 11 years, and I have run more than 100 of these workshops. So I actually know these techniques inside out, outside in. I'll be able to answer all your questions with regards to the penis, because these are the same techniques that I teach my clients who have concerns around ejaculation and erection confidence. And these techniques will definitely help people with penises, and also people who love penises and love to pleasure their partner. So these are the 4 workshops that I'll be bringing to Place of Love. Let me repeat. That's Art of Deep Listening. That's soul gazing meditation. These 2 workshops, I created it myself in my own way, in my own style. And so this is something that nobody else will be able to offer. And so this is something new that I'm bringing to the festival. The next one is the Snuggle Party. Most of you may have attended a cuddle party, but yeah, come attend and see how my Snuggle Party is different from the other ones that you've attended. Of course, every workshop will feel different depending on the flavor and personality of the facilitator. So I hope you guys will have a good time because I'll be there creating a safe space for all of you. So that's the 3rd workshop, and the 4th workshop is the Lingam massage workshop. So yes, very, very excited to come to Gold Coast, near Melbourne, Gold Coast, Melbourne area to run this workshop. Very, very excited, very honored, very happy to meet with other practitioners and share and learn from them as well. So yeah, it will be a great time. And you probably know also that the Taste of Love follows with their ISTA level 1 and 2. So if you are interested to hang on, stay in that area and continue to go on for more trainings, by all means, check out their website. So I will be there at Taste of Love, 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 love. Quite excited. So see you there, and come up to me and say hello, and check out my work. And my website is eroscoaching.com. You can also check out my YouTube channel. I have a few hundred YouTube videos that I've created over the years with the intent of helping as many people as I can. And yeah, I have 4 books, and the book that is the most relevant to Lingam massage workshop that I'll be running is called Orgasmic Yoga. So Orgasmic Yoga is a powerful practice created by my teacher, Joseph Kramer. And you can also check that book out. That will be the most relevant to Tantra and to Lingam massage that I offer. So some of you who are keeners may want to check out that book as well. It's called Orgasmic Yoga. You can get it on Amazon. So yes, thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you in Australia.